Okay. Before starting Dhamma talk, we will pay respect Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. In the previous talk, we finished Bhojana Matinyu, right? Bhojana Matinyu, I think. Now, we may go to Jagariya Nuyoga. Jagariya Nuyoga means practicing to be awakened. It is coming from Dhamma donation. Bodhisattva, when he fulfilled Pāramī, Dana Pāramī, not only property donation, but also Dhamma donation he did. So for the Dhamma donation, can have different sets. Some are to be disciple, Savaka body. They are making a wish, Savaka knowledge. Some are making a wish, Picheka knowledge, Picheka body. Some are making a wish, omniscient knowledge. Based on those persons, Bodhisattva will give Dhamma donation. So now we are saying about the Dhamma donation for the normal disciple. So normal disciple, what they need to practice. So taking in 3 refuges, practicing in precepts, 5 precepts, 8 precepts, 10 precepts. So for the bhikkhus, bhikkhu precepts, samnera precepts. Controlling in faculties, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, and need to restrain. Next one is knowing in limits about the food. Now practicing in to be awakened. So how to practice? In the daytime, by sitting, standing, and walking, clear the mind, not to have hindrances, not lying down. For the night time, you should divide into 3. Pratama, Yama, fast watch. Mijjhima Yama, middle watch. And Paccima Yama, last watch. 3. Let's say there are 12 hours for the night time. So like 4 hours in each. So you can lie down in the middle watch, 4 hours. In the first watch and in the last watch, by sitting, by standing, by walking, you may clear your mind, not to have hindrances. So in the middle watch, trying to sleep, how to sleep? Lying down on the right side. So left leg a little bit beyond right leg. Will be like that a little bit. So if you sleep in this way, knee bone and knee bone pressing, so you may have a pain. So you may not have a concentrated mind because of painful feeling. So if a little bit over, so it will be comfortable. So by having perception to be awakened means that I will get up, let's say after 4 o'clock. After 4 o'clock means that you sleep for 4 hours, after 4 hours. So we'll wake up, then we'll wake up. So if you have this perception before sleeping, so you may be able to wake up at that time. So after that, you may pay attention, your meditation. After that, you sleep. So if you are practicing breathing meditation, may practice breathing. So if you are practicing vipassana, so this is not mind sleeping, mind lying down, or beings sleeping, not beings sleeping. This is a mentality, materiality, a lot of water, other elements, less wind and fire element. So because of lying down, no movement, or are on the bed. So producing a lot of earth and water element, heaviness, not much wind, not much fire. So this practicing is to be awakened, to be awakened. So there is some saying compared to this, consider about this. So there are 7 suitabilities we should associate with. So one of the suitability is bodily posture. What kind of bodily posture? It is proper. What kind of bodily posture is proper to you, proper for you? So for those who have done a lot of sitting, standing, walking, lying down is better. So need to choose. For example, now we are sitting. So if it's comfortable, we can continue. So after some time, it will have some problem. So we may get up. We may do walking, or we may stand. In this way, we may continue our work. If not okay, by lying down, so we may do. And this one we have. So normally you can practice this one, Jagariya Nu Yoga, practicing to be awakened. But if you are not healthy or because of some conditions, so another thing to consider is proper bodily posture. Which one can produce your concentration, your wisdom? So bodily posture means lying down, sitting, walking, understanding. So, but by which position better to do your jobs? You should think. If so, can improve faster. Okay, this is also one thing to practice. So for the meditators, for the healthy meditators, so mind is peaceful, body is peaceful, may not need to sleep too much. So if really needed, meditating time also may fall asleep. So you may be clever to sleep by sitting. So if really needed, it will do or may do automatically. So what is the difference? By sitting, if you sleep, just to be enough. So may not be more than that. By lying down, just turning this side, that side, like that, you're not really sleeping, truly. Just enjoying some sleepy condition, not really sleeping. So it is to be removed. So to practice to be awakened. And next one is 7 Novadamans to practice. 7 Novadamans. What are 7 Novadamans? 7 Novadamans. Okay. Oh, I may need to check 7 Novadamans. Because there are 2 things. 7 Novadammas, 7 noble persons property. There are 2 things, a bit different. 7 Novadammas and 7 noble persons property. Sometimes a little bit mixed. So, number 1 is faith. Faith to have, to practice. Number 1, faith. So, how to increase faith? There are some causes. Actually, I have taught about the controlling faculties, I think many times. Now, I may not need to repeat about that. Like practicing Buddha no sati or Dhamma Sangha, Sila no sati, or practicing, reflecting about the Nibbana, like that. So, not associating the one with the no faith, associating the one with the faith. Reflecting the suttas which can produce a faith, inclining to have a faith, like that. These are to increase faith. It is a noble dhamma. Next one is sati, mindfulness. Mindfulness. Although you are standing, sitting, lying down, any posture you do, with the meditation you may do. With the vipassana practice you may do, etc. This is how to increase your mindfulness. Actually, I have done a lot of talk about that. So now I may not repeat. If I may repeat, it will be very long. Or do I need to repeat? So something the same always. You associate the one with that factor. You should not associate the one with no sati. Inclined to have a sati. So it is everything for every factor. And next one is hiri, shamefulness to do evil things. Uddhappa, fear to do evil things. It is also noble dhamma. So we should be shameful to do evil things. Some people are not shameful, not shy, but trying to produce. In the same way, some people not have fear. They learn this way not to afraid anything to do. It is not correct. You need to afraid to do evil things like that. It is better. So fear to fearful things is good. It is a kind of association with knowledge. So knowledgeable person don't dare to do everything. They're afraid of something to do. So good person they are difficult to do evil things. Bad person, they are easy to do evil things. So, Hiri is good to do. We're trying to have. So, human animals, what is the difference? Some people say knowledge. Some people can enjoy beauty like that. So they think only human can feel beauty, but not really. Not really. Something we eat, animal don't want to eat. So, yeah. So, Hiri is different. For the animals, they don't have auntie, uncle, so sister and brother, so uncle's wife, they don't know to pay respect. So if people don't have Hiri shame and fear, so they will be like animals. They will not be like a human. So nowadays, some people dare to do evil things without fear, without shame. It is a problem. So, shame and fear to have for the human, it is a kind of, may say, I don't know in English, maybe humanitarian, humanity or humanity or humanitarian or something like that. So it is a Hiri. So how to get a Hiri? This factor is not the controlling faculty, not the enlightenment factors. Because of this, I will explain how to increase that. So how to have shame and fear when we do evil things? Number one, reflect the fault of evil, the fault of akusala. So akusala is have a fault. It is faulty. So presently, you can get a faulty feeling. And so if it is a little, it may not be obvious. If you do a gananga or if you do bigger, it will be obvious. For example, killing a mosquito. So no problem, you kill it very easy. But you try to increase killing a chicken. How about that? Killing a pig, or killing a cow, or killing a human. So at that time will be obvious. So in the same way, one time someone do, not obvious. But if it do, a lot of time will be obvious. So you may try to check. Some people like catching a fish a lot. Or some people killing chicken or pigs or cows. You're trying to check those families usually. So some are rich, but not good parents, not knowledgeable, or some children are like abnormal. So if they do a lot, even in present life, they can get a result. If someone do a little, sometimes not obvious. So evil have a fault. Other people also not respect them. So actually, many fault can have. If we don't dare to do in front of people, we have to hide. We have to afraid other people say complain. So the view may have in this way, there is a next life, there is no next life. Can be both. But anyway, for those who do evil, 50%, they need to afraid about the future. When they are older and older, they will be more and more worried. So although they may have this view, there is no future life. Let's say nobody knows normally, but many people also say there is a future life. So 50% at least need to be worried. So in the near-death moment, with the delusion, they have to die. After passed away, if there is a future life, so they will be surely painful. So at that time, they will get much suffering. So because of this, for those who are doing evil things, so they have to worry about the environment, own self. If they think, I have done evil, have to worry. When gaining suffering result, they are much poor, much suffering. So because of this, to have shame and fear, you need to reflect the fault of akusala. Okay, next one, number 2. To reflect the fault of woeful state. For those who dare to do evil, then woeful states are welcoming. Animals can be your family. So friends all are animals. So what we like that? We may try to see animals which we can see. So animals are no protector. If someone kill animals, no one will protect. Not like a human. For example, now pandemic we have this kind of contagious or spreading disease. So we are human. Because of human, we're trying to do isolation, hand hygiene, wearing a mask, or like that. We are very busy. If it is animals, how people do? So people will kill all, will bury all animals, all chicken, all pigs, if they have this kind of disease. So very different. If we human, if we die 10% of people, so for us it is like a very important. Like a very important. So very serious. But if it is animals, so if 10% get this kind of disease, all chicken should die like that. All pigs should die like that. So because of this is the fault of woeful state. In the same way, ghost was the beings in the hell. So if we reflect those things, we may not be able to do. We may not dare to do evil things. We will have shame and fear. So if someone dare to do, not shame to do evil things, we don't want to associate. This is a not shameful person. So this is so this one is very, we may not say very brave. We may say very foolish. Don't see cause and effect. So like some kind of insect, they dare to go into fire. Fire they think enjoyable. So but it is dangerous because they don't have enough knowledge. They don't have a fear. They don't have a shame. So we should increase fear, shamefulness. Number 3, reflecting the support of kusala, wholesomeness. So if we have a wholesomeness, so kusala will support our life. So especially if it is a monastic or especially bhikkhus, syalis, it will be more obvious. So we should believe the support of kusala. So trying to do kusala, if a bhikkhu and syalis are trying to learn Buddha's teaching, especially because of bhikkhu and syalis, those ordination life can perform kusala, and so much amount. So should believe into that. You may do meditation or you may do learning or teaching. So this is the best job. So kusala job you should do. Lay people are also the same. Now you are learning about the dana. It is very good. We're supporting you. Dana is the way to be rich. Bodhisattva know because of this he determined to do dana. So in this way you can reflect. If there is a wholesome mind, those persons not poor. They will be rich soon. So yeah, this is a Novadamans. Next one is avoiding the basa with no hiri and oddappa. Avoiding the basa with no hiri and oddappa. So some people no hiri, no oddappa. So we should not associate with them. They are not learned. So they dare to do everything. They are not shameful like that. So we should avoid those things. So should associate with hiri and the one with the hiri and oddappa. So some people have hiri, have oddappa. We should associate. We should learn from them. Sometimes, even myself, some kind of evil, because as a habit, sometimes we may not afraid to do. But the other person is having fear to do even small things. We say small things, but they are fear. So we should associate with them. We need to learn with this kind of person. So later we may have this ability. So next one, inclining to have hiri oddappa. So shame and fear to have, we should incline. If we see someone who has hiri and oddappa, I want to be like that. I should be like that. So, so although you are standing, walking, lying down, sitting, so trying to hold this as a property. So one time, a demon, so have a reward from the authority devas. Vasavana deva control those demons. So demons have served Vasavana deva, their king. So 12 years maybe, usually. So after that, the king gave him a gift or reward or granting boon. So to protect one bond, whoever come to the bond, you can eat. But there is an exception. If someone know Deva Dhamma, you should not eat. You cannot eat. So Deva Dhamma is the Dhamma to produce a Deva life. So Bodhisattva and two brothers go to the forest, went to the forest. because they are princess. So one brother is stepmother's son. So stepmother asked it to the king to be king for him. So if a younger brother will be king, so elder brother is dangerous. So by knowing in this condition, Father King told the two brothers to go to forest or to go to another place. By staying in palace, you may have a danger. But the youngest one also want to follow. So become 3 persons going into the forest. So youngest brother, so they need water. So who has a responsibility to bring water is the youngest. So maybe different view with you. So youngest one have to go to get water. So have to go to pond. Once he go in, the demon caught him. So cannot come back. So second younger one have to go again. So once you go into the water, step of water, so demon caught. Do you know Devadhamma? Oh, Devadhamma means the sun and moon. He said, oh, it is wrong. I will caught you. I will catch you. Catch. So the eldest one, Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is knowledgeable. So this is one tradition. So eldest one, latest. No need to find the early food. So he saw he sees situation. He saw footprint. Only have a footprint which is going in, but it didn't see footprints going out from the water. So just walking in surrounding. He didn't go into the water. No step into the water. At that time, the demon, disguising forest traveler, came to Bodhisattva. Why you don't go into the water? Water is so clean, enjoyable. So once he saw the person, forest traveler, so Bodhisattva know he is a demon because of no blinking eye, a kind of sign. So this is a created one. So human people need to blink occasionally. It is a kind of weakness, not normal. So if a strong one can stay without blinking. So for example, if you are weak, sleepy, even wake up, open up your eye, very difficult. So for the devas and demons, maybe because they are very healthy, so they are not blinking. This is one sign. Eye is red. Eye is red. No fear, totally no fear, no shame. They are very brave. So by seeing in this situation, something different from human, so for those who are knowledgeable, easy to notice. So he noticed, are you demon? So do you catch my brothers? Yes, I catch. So why you catch? So they don't know Devadhamma. I can catch. So do you want to listen to Devadhamma? Yes, I want to listen. If so, let me take shower. So like that. So cleaning him out, taking shower, wearing flowers, keeping him in the upper place. After that, listen Dhamma. He taught a stanza, but I cannot remember. Anyway, Devadhamma means Hiriya Ottappa. So here Ottappa can produce Deva life. So Rather, the demon venerate him. So if you want to get one person, you can get. Which one you want to get? Younger one, youngest one, or elder one? So I want to get the youngest one. He said, Bodhisattva said, oh, you are just knowing Deva Dhamma, but not practicing Deva Dhamma. Why? Because you choose youngest one. According to Dhamma, you should choose elder one. Why you choose? So at that time, Bodhisattva told, because of this youngest one, we have to come to the forest. So if I don't choose the youngest one, when I go back, when I go back, so people may think we have killed youngest one. So to avoid blaming from the people, I have to choose youngest one. So at that time, the demon, another veneration he gave. Okay, because of you are good saying, I like you. Next one also will let free. So like that. So now you know what is the Deva Dhamma. So the demon may not be able to catch you. If you don't know, so may catch you. So yeah, this is another. This Hirotapa is called also, another name is Loka Bala, to protect the world. If people have no Hirotapa, the world, human world will be like animals. Now a bit maybe happening. So some people very obviously doing evil, no shame, no fear. So a lot of people also may like it sometimes. So it is not like humanity, not like humankind or humanity or humanitarian, like that. It is a problem. So, okay, this is a Hiri Otapa. Next one is Bahau Satya. Bahau Satya is much knowledge. On a Friday, I have taught, instead of Bahau Satya, I have taught generosity. It is a round teaching. So if you have a lesson that instead of generosity, you should replace Bahau Satya, Bahau Sutta, much knowledge. So like learning a lot. Now you are learning about the dana. You know about the dana a lot. This is Bahau Sutta, a lot of hearing. A lot of hearing means a lot of learning you have done. So not only dana, about the sila, about the samatha and vipassana. So this is much knowledge. So it is a noble person's dhamma. Novadamans. So we should practice. So this factor is not in the controlling faculty, not in the enlightenment factors. So I may need to teach this one as a new one. So how to increase this knowledge? So having learned in the past. So in the past means in this life or in the past life. So you have learned. Now you are learning in dana. So next life also you may have some kind of knowledge. From now on, you may have this knowledge. So some people have learned in the past or have learned in the past life. So they are knowledgeable. Next one, investigating, asking a question again and again. So one factor to increase much knowledge, you ask a question. So what you want to know, how I should stay in life to get a kusala like that. If someone is knowledgeable about the samatha, you may ask a samatha question especially. If someone is knowledgeable about the vipassana, you may ask a vipassana from him. In the same way, about the dana, sila, you can ask. So, if you ask a question, they are very well. If someone is like a professor, so within one sitting, you can learn a lot. So, this kind of teaching, we don't choose a person. We teach according to sequence. You may know already, you may not know. But if you have chance to make a question, so it is very special, only for you. So to increase knowledge, you should ask a question. So next one is practicing. Practicing Novadamans. Practicing in Novadamans. So practicing in Novadamans. Yeah. So to have knowledge is not just learning. We need to practice. So if we practice, our mind is clear, pure. So knowledge can open. Some people they cannot practice, although they are learning, not really gaining education, not really learning. For example, let's say morality. If we are breaking morality, so we cannot learn Buddha's teaching, because the Buddha's teaching always blaming someone without morality like that. You may not be happy, you may not be interested. Because of this, some people say, I only want to learn Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma we can accept. Once we happen to say Sila, they a bit disappointed. So in the same way, bhikkhus, if we cannot practice morality, become closed. So we may teach Pali language, so okay, grammar, but we may not want to learn real teaching. So because the Buddha is blaming you all the time. So you are not gaining jhana, you are not gaining Magaphala, you are Mogha Purisa. Mogha Purisa is a useless person. So if someone not gaining Magaphala, the Buddha sometimes called useless person, Mogha Purisa, like that. So how about you? Huh? So like that, if not gaining, yeah, we should understand it is a Mogha Purisa. Huh? So trying to practice. If someone practicing, so can accept every teaching. So if a Bodhisattva more can accept more, because even his organs he dare to donate. So organ donation also related to him. Life donation also related to him. So, but a normal disciple are very afraid. So because of this, you need to practice Dhamma to have a knowledge. You may practice occasionally from time to time. So next one, learning education which has no fault. Sometimes no religion case, only learning something which is no fault. Like you may learn how to cook, how to drive a car, mathematics, or language. Those are no fault. So, but if you want to do boxer, singing, so it has a fault. so like that. And next one, maturity of faculties. Maturity of faculties. About the faculties, sometimes they say, I knows body limbs. It is sometimes we need to wait enough age. Or another faculty is Saddha, Sati, Viriya, Panya, concentration. Need to increase. So if we practice Dhamma, those faculties will increase. So faith is better, concentration is better, wisdom is better, effort is better. So if so, they have a continuous learning, continuous thinking. So they can do continuously day and night every day, because they don't have any disturbance in the mind, any hindrances in the mind. They can learn more than others. So can get much knowledge. So next one is avoiding to be far from defilements. Even a knowledgeable person, sharp person, if I have defilements, so the mind become dirty, so become confused, don't know cause and effect. So because of this, to be knowledgeable, we need to stay far from defilements. So like controlling faculties, we have to do. Because once we have anger, so knowledge is closed. Once we have strong desire, our knowledge eye is closed. So need to be far from defilements. Some people are very sharp in the young time. So also famous. Later, maybe because of a lot of gains, honors to him, on the way stopped. At the older age, they are disappeared. Where they are, don't know. So like that, although the one is sharp, so if have a lot of defilements, so cannot be knowledgeable. Okay, next one is avoiding the one with a little knowledge. Associating the one with a lot of knowledge. Inclining to have much knowledge. So inclination. Those people may ask questions, opening mind, so trying to accept, to know this and that. Okay, next factor is viriya, effort. So how to increase effort? This is a controlling faculties. Actually, I have taught. Because of this, I may skip. At least you can know. Associating the one with the effort, not associating the one without effort. Inclining, surely you will know. Next one is wisdom. Panya. So mainly panya is wisdom is difficult ones. It is a bit different from much knowledge. So like Bodily Posture. Bodily Posture is the highest one about the panya. Bodily Ananda is knowledgeable. He knows many informations. So it is different. About the Tipurika, Bodily Ananda is better. About the attitude, deep thinking, Bodily Posture is better. For example, when he was a layman, he is seeing entertainment. So in his mind, it appeared. After 100 years, all these persons were passed away. It is a big problem for him. It is a big problem to be solved. So how about this? How do you think about this problem? After 100 years, may not be 100 for me, maybe after 50 years. So no more. This is a big problem. So whatever I do, if not important, only within 50 years, no more than that. So knowledgeable person, a sharp person should be more than that, not just within 50 years. Like that, the way he think is different. Different. Even he is an ordinary person. He's trying to find out deathless. So he is already rich. After understanding this problem, he didn't do any jobs. He only chose to find out deathless, amata, no death, because this is important. If there is a death, nothing is much important, only for short time. How much effort you do? So earning money, to be rich, establishing family, learning many degrees. If there is a death, you will lose. We will lose soon. So this kind of thinking is knowledgeable persons or sharp persons thinking. So in this way, he thought. So another saying is one time he got up from the seclusion, Bani Ananda told him, "Oh, your appearance is very clear, very pure, very good to see. How it is to be so." So at that time, Bande Sariputta said, "I go into absorption. Although I'm going into absorption, I don't adhere to that wrongly. Adhere to that with craving around you." So this thinking is just saying I'm the absorption, like just saying my absorption, just I'm going into absorption. So just saying, in his view, no hold in this way, not my absorption. Absorption is absorption. And so going into absorption is going into absorption, not my absorption, not me. So this kind of view is sharp person's view. So his appearance different from normal absorption. Normal absorption also good, but you can see something very pride. So some people say, because in meditation they are not improved, but they saw some people who improve in meditation. So what they say is that although they are improving in meditation, so they have a lot of pride, conceit, like that. Not like some are only absorption, only concentration they have. They are not yet practicing well, especially about the vipassana. They think, this is my absorption. I'm going into absorption. And this mindset is not correct. Absorption is good. Holding in this way with the craving around you is not correct. In the same way, one time, Bande Nuroda asked to Bande Sariputta, "I have a Devachakku, but I cannot get attainment. What happened?" So Bande Sariputta just say, "You are attaching into Devachakku. You have a pride or conceit with the Devachakku. You should discern that." So like that, they can see very sharply about that. So they know how to reduce their pride, their craving, their wrong view. So this is the wisdom. So especially Bande Sariputta is the best about that. So altogether 7. These are called 7 Saddhamma, noble persons Dhamma. So as a normal disciple, need to increase those factors. So there are some noble person's property. Noble person's property is instead of viriya, you put a generosity. Replace a generosity. If so, it is a noble person's property. It is different. So remove viriya and generosity. So viriya is a noble person's dhamma. Generosity is a noble person's property. The other factors are the same. Okay, time is up. So we should stop our talk. If there is a question to increase your knowledge, maybe you should ask. Why I have to say maybe is sometimes I may not be able to answer whatever question you ask. Okay, we should stop.
Bhante, I ask first. It is very interesting to hear that Buddha also always say people say that it is Mokkha Purisa. Very hurting. Yeah. So Bhante, can we know that which sutta or which story that we can find this type of scenario where Buddha after this
so when he told about the Devadatta, sometimes Mokkha Purisa, the Buddha used. So Mokkha Purisa, this is usage, two things. Yes. So some will not have Meghaphala attainments. It is also called the Mokkha Purisa. Some will be, but presently not have a Meghaphala. So it is also Mokkha Purisa. For example, Bhante Daniya in the second Vinaya rule of Bhikkhu. So that Bhante, first time he commit like a stealing, no, not directly stealing, but a kind of stealing that Bhante Daniya did. So at that time, the Buddha called him Mokkha Purisa, like an empty person. Empty person, Mokkha is like an empty, useless. Maybe empty is better. Nothing inside. So empty person. So the Buddha used. So, but he later on gained Meghaphala. So calling in two ways. One is when not totally not have a Meghaphala in life. Someone is presently not have, but later can get. So you can see in second Parajika, second rule of Bhikkhu, something Devadatta story.
Okay, question from a sister regarding the talk last week. The questions are, why the Bodhisattva did not want to donate to bad person? This is the first question, Bhante.
Want to donate?
To bad person, bad. A bad person.
Bad person, not just a bad person. Some, for example, bodily organ, just to harm the person, not really needed. So, because of want to harm Buddha or Bodhisattva, they want to receive a donation. Not really they need. So, if a Bodhisattva donated to them, their harmful action will be completed. So it is not useful for him. It is not good for the receiver. So why not donate?
Okay, Bhante.
Not just a bad person. For example, bad person, he want to eat food, so Bodhisattva may give food.
Beneficial to that bad person. So Bodhisattva, if it is beneficial to that bad person, the Bodhisattva will still give. Yeah, Bhante.
Still give. Many he have given about that. Only for those just who want to be harmful instead of to use the properties. So it is a no-go. For the receiver also no-go. For the one who donate also no-go.
Okay, question number 2. What happens if a person dana to fake monk or not a good no good person, but that donor thinks the monk is an Arya in terms of the donor's merits and karma. What happened?
Although bad person is bad person, if you just to support the person, do good, to have a, for example, you may give a food when he has energy harming them, but if you don't aim, just want to support a food, so it is a good, can donate. But some if someone is knowledgeable, may consider about that. Normally, although he is bad or good, if your property is useful for him, if you aim for that, it is a good donation.
Okay, question number 3. What other monks should do if they know there is a monk in the monastery who is not good, or a monk who has broken the Vinaya many times? What a person should do if you know such a monk?
So normally we have a rule. So what kind of fault Bhikkhu do? What kind of punishment you should give? We have a rules. So normally, if just according to Buddha's teaching, we may do accordingly. So it is clear. Some have monastery rule, etc. rules. So about that, may not agree with everybody. Because of your monastery, you can do. So this is a monastery rule. So Buddha's teaching is very clear what you have done based on that. What kind of punishment you should give. If doing Gananga, what give a punishment Gananga? Usually. Because I have to get, but if although saying like a bad monk, at least they have to say truth, need to confess, need to practice punishment. After practicing, become good again. If you do again, next time we'll get a punishment. It is become shameful things. So many people know the bad person, if you have a simple mind, so maybe able to control later. May have this ability.
Question from Brother JJ. Dear Bhante, other than the ways to increase the enlightenment factors which can be found in Visuddhimagga, where can we find and read more about the ways to increase the other factors of Saddharma, like Hiri, Ottappa, Bahu Sutta, etc.? Thank you very much, Bhante. Maybe you need me to repeat the question?
Okay.
You need me to repeat the question, Bhante?
About that, here, not yet have a book. So if you have a chronic Buddha, for example, for the Myanmar books, first second book or first book, but second chapter, page number 176, 177. You can have around that. So if a chronicle Buddha, but not yet know about from the Tipitaka, not yet checked. But we are very surely believing about this zero. It is surely coming from Tipitaka.
Okay, Bhante.
Okay. One of reason to increase these factors is not just reading, I think, also practicing. Coming from Pa-Auk.
Oh. Okay, Bhante. Thank you, Bhante. Another question. If a person has the faith of the Sangha has been destroyed. How if he sees some improper conduct of the Sangha, so how should this person should change his mind and increase the saddha again?
Saddha,
yes,
destroyed by
seeing some misconduct monks or Sangha. So how to put back, how to actually develop it again?
Yes, it is very possible, because usually a lot of bhikkhus are ordinary, ordinary bhikkhus. So they have a Buddha's view or morality, but not stable. When they have a defilements, it will break. So because of this improper action, it is very possible about the speech, about the action. So only you should, everybody have a responsibility to increase our mind, to increase our kusala or our properties, like that. Everybody have responsibilities. So based on teaching, we have to do. Although this monk, for example, bad, for example, so if we pay respect by reflecting real Sangha's quality, so we can get a kusala. So that's we need to use in a knowledgeable way. So, or about, you may think other monks like that. So there are many ways based on what you want to do. May not be only with that person, that bhikkhu. So you may have some other things to do. So like you do economies, not every person is believable. For example, you borrow your money to the others to get interest, but not everybody will give. But you, by learning, you need to do your jobs. You need to earn your money. So because of this, you may try again, because we have a responsibility to increase our ability. So every job have this kind of disturbance. Even learning education, even earning money, in the same way about the religious case. So you can find, but we cannot stop. We must do. We may find a way, trying to be clever more, and trying to increase our kusala. Not enough just crying. Even, for example, Bande Kasapa and Dewa female. So Dewa female, originally she is a lady, human. So because of donating Bande Kasapa, she become Dewa. So she see back, know about this kusala. She want to continue her kusala, so serve to Bande Kasapa. So Bande Kasapa at that time scold her, maybe reject her, not to do, because Bande Kasapa's thinking is in the future, Dhamma teachers may say, "Oh, Bande Venerable Kasapa is accepting Dewa females service," like that. So he afraid to say about him in this way. So because of this, he rejected. So Dewa female cry. At that time, Buddha come to him. So come to her. So rejecting you is my disciple's responsibility. So doing kusala is your responsibility. So she may need to do her kusala in some way. So even Arahanta and Deva-Phime's association, they don't have, Arahanta don't have an evil mind, but have an association problem. If ordinary bhikkhus can have some problems. So we use Buddha's teaching, we use knowledge. So we may find a way to get faith in another way. So like that. So about the bhikkhus, if we say, for example, Bodhisattva, when he is an elephant, so the hunter shoot elephants. So after that, the hunter put a yellow rope, bhikkhu's robe on the head. So Bodhisattva, once he saw ropes, he trying to seize his anger. So like the one with the ropes is undestroyable, should not destroy. So he's thinking in this way. So in Myanmar, we have a saying, if monks are doing evil things, obviously, so we told that people use this name like Sonoto, Sonodara maybe, the Handa name. So just to cover with the ropes. So Bodhisattva, if no ropes, he may kill. But once he saw yellow ropes, his thinking is different. This ropes is something special for him. So he trying to seize his anger, even offer his task to him. So trying to save Handa's life, protecting from other elephants. So this is one thing. Another thing is when elephants, he's a little elephants. So always being respected Vijjika Buddha. So the hunter saw this condition. Oh, they pay respect to Vijjika Buddha. So after that, he wear robes, hunter cover robes. So elephants come to him, pay respect. So the last elephant, he killed. The hunter killed. So elephants group reduce. So Bodhisattva noticed. Elephant Bodhisattva noticed. He has a doubt about this. This the one wearing robes. So he stayed the last as a last one. He has a lot to want to check. So once the hunter trying to harm him, so Bodhisattva catch him. So rise up with I don't know, with his maybe task or not task. So let's say with his hand, so trying to beat. After that, he thought, oh, have a yellow robes. So have a monk's robes. So he let free, but he told doing evil by covering with this robe is very bad. He told in this way, but he didn't harm him. So this is Bodhisattva's attitude, perception. So the learned, we will know this condition. So yeah, as Bodhisattva's saying, by using these robes, by covering with these robes, to do evil is very, very bad, not worthy for those people with these robes. So because of this, if we learn those things, our perception may change. Anyway, you may have a very wide view. So you're trying to go another way, trying to see in another way. Yeah, there are many ordinary bhikkhus. Some are really bad. Some are only occasionally bad when they cannot control their evil. It is very possible. So sometimes not to so close, a little far, maybe from the distance. So in the same way, we pay respect to Buddha statue. Buddha statue is not real Buddha, but if we use knowledge, think as a Buddha, so we can get some kusala or a lot of kusala. So we need to be knowledgeable. So if a Novasanga, real Buddha, you can incline fully. Even in that, surely some knowledge we can have. So this is for any environment. Surely we have some disturbance, but we should try in another way to increase ourselves. Okay.
Okay, Bhante. The next question is in Chinese. I try to translate. I try my best. This is a question about practicing metta, loving kindness. Bhante, how to treat the people around you with metta like they are our son, our only son? Is it always we have to practice spreading metta to them, or only when we achieve jhana, the practice meditation to a certain level, then we can do, we can achieve that, we can do so?
So to practice metta, if you want to really increase, usually stay alone. So stay in the forest, you practice, it is better. So among people, it is normally not easy to reach, because meditation is mainly minds and jobs. So for the normal people are not easy. So there is a bodhisattva's thinking before going into forest. So what would staying under the water will not get a fire. So like that, to get a fire very difficult normally. General perception we can have, some kind of metta as a learning we can have. So also very possible to get anger. So if you really want to increase, you should stay in good environment and practice. However, there is some saying, stay alone like a kind of animal, how to call it? Just one horn.
Rhinoceros.
Rhinos.
Rhino.
Rhinos. Like a rhino's horn. Should practice like a rhino's horn, but not do against anyone. Not do against anyone. Yeah. So practice alone like a rhino's horn, not do against anyone. So some are also staying alone. They are thinking to harm, to kill. So staying alone, practice metta or karuna or mudita, ubekha. This is the way. So for the normal people, staying among people, to have very good level of metta is usually difficult. But we have this view, having a metta is good. Normally we try every day, although staying among people. So for the sun, you can do, but metta is cool, clear. Normally you can make a wish, but when you have a sorrow, so you may change another way. Maybe ubekha, thinking karma result. Sometimes the sun is nearby, so we can protect, we can have metta. But the sun is far, so a lot of, whenever you think, if you have a worry, it is no good. For him also no good. So you may change another way. Maybe ubekha. Ubekha is a karma result. Everyone has their own karma. He also may not depend on you much. So by thinking him, if you have something worry, because near to the metta, sometimes attachment may cause worry. So you may need to think karma result. Yeah, if you stay alone, if you really increase in metta, so you may be able to do even for the sun for a long time. So it is also you need when you have ubeka knowledge, when you have vipassana knowledge, will be easier. If not, may have a much attachment, so it may cause some worry.
Bhante, I think her question also, she's asking if she wants to practice until she can treat everyone like her own son. Is it possible?
Everyone.
Is it
okay,
possible?
okay.
Do we have to achieve a certain level of meditation, then we can do that? Or if every day we just spreading metta, that we can achieve that?
So
how to achieve this?
How to achieve is if the highest level, everyone is equal in the mind. Everyone is equal, so at that time can achieve. Normally, as a view, as a wisdom, if it's strong, we may be able to associate the same thing. So, but it is not easy. Stay alone and practice metta. After breaking a boundary, it is impossible. So spreading, because of this, you're not focusing one person. So all beings, as a general, it is impossible.
So still need to practice very frequently.
Yes, usually
strongly, yes.
Usually those persons need to stay alone.
Okay.
So if you stay with the people, a lot of association, even like a son, may not be like a son, even anger may have. Because of normal people are not so easy. Like staying under the water and cannot get fire.
Okay, Bhante, the next question from Brother JJ. Brother JJ listed two lists. Bhante explained today about the 7 noble dharma and then the 7 properties of noble persons. He listed down on the screen, but his question is, if you compare the 2 lists, there are 2 differences. Sati and Virya for the noble dharma, and Sila and Chaga for the properties of the noble person. Can Bhante explain? Yeah, why are these different?
Because sati is sati and virya is maybe factors, not like properties. But sila, generosity, for example, generosity is a main cause to be rich. So main cause to be rich. So if you are rich, it is a property. So in the same way, sila, sila is to produce a good life. So to have a better life. So it is more similar to properties. So sati and virya, like a phenomena, like a dhamma, can think in this way. Okay.
Is there any other questions?
So if so, replace sati with the sila. Okay. Replace sati with the sila. If a noble property you want to note.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Bhante.
Okay.
So I think yes,
time is up. Huh?
Yes, Bhante is late. Thank you very much, Bhante, for the Dhamma talk. No more question. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Bhante.
So repeat after me to share merit. Idawata cha amhehi.
Idawata cha amhehi.
Sambadam punya sambadam.
Sambadam punya sambadam.
Sabbe dewa anumodantu.
Sabbe dewa anumodantu.
Sabba sambati siddhiya.
Sabba sambati siddhiya.
Idame nyadinam hotu.
Idame nyadinam hotu.
Sukhita hontu nyadayo.
Sukhita hontu nyadayo.
idame punyam
Vidame Ponyang
asawakayam
Asawakayam
waham hotu
Wahang Hotu
mama punya bhagam
Mama Punya Pagang
sabba sadanam
Sapa Satanang
bhajemi
Pajemi
desabe
Desape
mesamam
Mesamang
punya bhagam
Punya Pagang
lavandu
Labantu
sadhu
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 Sadhu